Vhong Navarro at Xander Ford, mainit na pinag-uusapan sa Twitter, trending na. Vhong Navarro at Xander Ford, nanghalay nga ba? Madami ang nagsasabi at nadismaya kay Vhong Navarro na siya ang tinutukoy sa video ni Kat Alano noong 2014 na umano'y nanghalay sa kanya. Kaya naman ang aktor ay nakatanggap ngayon ng mga libo-libong negatibong komento mula sa kanyang fans at sa kanyang mga bashers. At Xander Ford na kilala bilang Marlon noon, nanghalay nga ba sa kanyang girlfriend? Mga pasang litrato ng girlfriend niya nagkalat na sa Twitter. At trending ang dalawa dahil sa kaso ng rape umanong. Nagsimula ang pag-ingay ng pangalan ni Vhong Navarro nang mag-post si Kat Alano sa kanyang Twitter at maraming mga netizens ang nag-react nito at nagpataas ng tensyon. At lalo na ginala ang mga tao na si Vhong Navarro ang tinutukoy ni Kat Alano sa post niya. Panoorin po natin ang video na ito.
When they first asked me to do this talk, one of their first questions to me was, why did it take you so long to come forward? You see, in 2005, when I was 19 years old, I was raped. I was drugged and raped by a Filipino celebrity who is still on TV today. They asked me, why didn't I come out sooner, knowing that this man was a rapist and could possibly do more harm? I think that all rape victims go through that process in their head. The conflict between coming forward and exposing a criminal of the worst kind and staying silent for their own sanity and protection. Being raped is one of the most horrible, one of the worst violations of the human mind, spirit, and body. The traumas that its victims experience have been compared to the kind of trauma that soldiers are exposed to during war. Being raped is terrifying. The human mind is not equipped to deal with it or process it without help because it is an unnatural thing. Sex, contrary to popular belief, is not an innate need in people. It is not like breathing, eating, or sleeping. We do not die if we do not have sex. Therefore, rape is purely a choice by others to inflict harm on another human being, to take something from them without consent. It is very much a power and control issue rather than a sexual one. When a person chooses to abuse another, the victim goes into shock. They often feel very confused. Feelings of guilt, shame, and self-blame are some of the first reactions. Because how does one explain to themselves that another human being wanted to hurt them? How do they understand that it is not their fault? I took to social media and I fought back telling people they had no right to treat her that way. That they had no idea who a rapist was or could be, and that they shouldn't promote rape culture. Privately on my personal Facebook, I wrote a message of celebration. Karma from the universe. Justice finally after 9 years. Of course, someone leaked my statements to the press, and my life was destroyed. And I had known all along that this is what would have happened had I come forward. You see, a few years after I was raped, I had spoken to a friend of mine who was also in the showbiz industry. To my surprise, I discovered that she and I had been through a similar experience, and that her perpetrator is a very good friend of the man who raped me. She told me, this kind of stuff happens all the time, but you can't talk about it. If you do, you won't work in the industry anymore. 9 years later, after another woman claimed to have been raped by the man who raped me, I found out just how true that statement was. I stopped working, and not by choice. I was in the running for several jobs that I was supposed to host for, and they all dropped me. I couldn't get hired for anything. My management, they tried to save me. They tried to get me to retract my statements and stay quiet, but the damage was done. No matter how professional and experienced of a host I was, it meant nothing. The industry I had grown up in since I was 18 years old had chewed me up, spat me out, and left me out in the cold, just like I had known would happen all those years ago.
At marami naman ang mga sa katapangan ni Kat Alano na ilahad ang katapangan at ito ang ilan sa kanyang mga fans na sumuporta sa kanya. At habang si Vhong Navarro naman ay nakakatanggap ng mga negatibong komento laban sa kanya. At isa sa mga trending na pangalan ay si Xander Ford na di umano'y hinalay niya ang kanyang girlfriend. Nagsimulang mag-trending si Xander Ford nang mag-post ang kanyang girlfriend sa Facebook niya at ito ating tunghayan. At dahil sa post ng kanyang girlfriend, siya naman ay nakatanggap ng mga negatibong komento laban sa kanya. Sa ngayon, parehong tahimik si Vhong Navarro at Xander Ford sa isyong ikinakaharap nilang dalawa. Ikaw, ano ba ang masasabi mo tungkol sa isyu ni Vhong Navarro at Xander Ford?